Hi, welcome to my channel. In the previous video, we discussed about the definition of decision tree and some terminologies of the decision tree like root node, intermediate node, intermediate node, and corresponding leaf node, and also we discussed about the types of decision tree algorithms like ID3, ID3, C4.5 and CART algorithm. CART algorithm. And also in the previous video, we discussed about how to construct the decision tree with the help of CART algorithm. That CART algorithm internally uses the Gini index value. The Gini index value. Now in this video, we are going to construct the decision tree for the given example with the help of a CART algorithm that internally it uses the Gini index value. So we will see how we are going to construct the decision tree with the help of a CART algorithm for the given dataset. Okay. Now here we are having some dataset. It contains four features like CGPA and interactiveness and practical knowledge and communication skills and job offer. Job offer is nothing but a target variable. This is a target variable and these are some of the features. Some of the features. These are called as a features and this is corresponding target variable. So here, based on this information, we are going to construct the decision tree. So here, what is the main drawback here? We are having the four features are there. Okay, for the four features, you have to select the root node. Okay, selection of root node is very important. So out of four features, you don't know which feature become a root node. Okay, which attribute become a root node. So in order to selection of root node root node, then we are going to apply some concept. That concept is called as a CART algorithm. Now here, first of all, you have to calculate the step one is you have to calculate the Gini index for the given data set. So here there are the target attribute of job offer contains 7 instances as you know. So here out of 10 here totally we are having the 10 instances. Out of 10 instances we are having the 7 times S is there. S1 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 times are 7 times S instance are there and 3 times 1 2 3 times no instance is there. Okay, so like that we are going to find out the 7 instance and S and 3 instance of no for the given target variable. So based on this information, we have to find out the Gini index for the target variable. So the Gini index of target variable equal to 1 minus sigma of I equal to 1 to m pi square. Okay, probability of corresponding class label. Now that is equal to Gini index of target variable equal to 1 minus 7. The total number of S are 7. 7 by the total number of elements in the entire data set equal to 10. Okay, that is 1 minus 10, 7 by 10 whole square minus the total number of nodes are 3. Okay, 3 by 10 whole square. So that gives the value of 1 minus 0.49 minus 0.09, that is equal to 1 minus 0.58 equal to 0.42. Now that is equal to Gini index of target variable equal to 0.42. Okay, this is very important information. Based on that information, we are going to find out the other things. Okay. Now here this is the information. Here we are having the 10 instances are there. 10. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Total 10 instances are there. Out of 10 instances, okay, 4 features are there and one target variable is there. Our aim is how to find out the root node. Okay, out of 4 features, we don't know which attribute become the root node. So that is a very critical task here. Okay, now for that we have to compute the Gini index for the each and every attribute. Okay, and each of the subset in the corresponding attribute. We have to find out the Gini index for the each attribute. That means each attribute has CGPA, interactiveness, practical knowledge, and communication skills, and also each attribute contains the different subsets are there. So for that we have to find out the Gini Index value. Now categories of CGPR, here we are having the CGPR, we are having the condition like greater than equal to 9, greater than equal to 8 and less than 8. These are the three different variables are there. Okay, greater than equal to 9, greater than equal to 8 and less than 8. And also here we are having the corresponding job offers are yes or no's are there. Okay, for the less than greater than equal to 9, okay, we are having the yes, we have to find out the 3 yes are there and 1 no is there. And for the greater than equal to 8, 4 no's are, 4 yes are there and 0 no's are there. And less than 8, we are having the 0 yes are there, job offers yes 0 are there and 2 no's are there. So totally the number of elements are 7, 10, 10 is there. Okay, 3 plus 4, total number of yes are 7 and total number of no's are 3. So totally equal to 10. So this is the splitting of the data. Now for this one, we are having the different types of combinations of these three variables. Like is greater than or equal to 9 one subset, and greater than or equal to 8 one subset, less than 8 one subset, and greater than or equal to 9 and greater than 8 equal to one subset, greater than or equal to 9 and less than 8 one subset, and greater than or equal to 8 and less than 8 one subset, and greater than 8 greater than or equal to 9, greater than or equal to 8 and less than 8. They are the different subsets. Okay, based on this subset, we are going to find out the Gini index for the each and everything. Okay, here we are going to find out the compute the Gini index for the each attribute and the each of the subset in the attribute. Now we are going to find out the categories for the we are having the 4 attributes are there. Okay, in that first attribute is CGPA. For the CGPA, this is the data we are collecting from the previous step. Okay, now from that we are going to find out the Gini index of the target variable with respect to corresponding category. Okay, that is equal to 1 minus sigma phi equal to 1 to m pi square, that probability of corresponding attribute. Okay, square. So that is equal to Gini index of a target variable with respect to A equal to mod of subset 1 by mod of t into Gini of S1 plus mod of S2 by mod of t into Gini of S2. Okay, the S1 or S2 are nothing but subsets, and T nothing but a corresponding total number of elements in the entire data set. Okay, that is the overall view of the definition of the Gini index value. So we are finding the Gini index with respect to target variable. So the target variable equal the target variable nothing but your job offer yes or no, and A nothing but a corresponding attribute. Here the attribute is CGPA. Okay, like that for everything we have to find out the things. Now, so here the categories of CGPR. Okay, we are going to find out the Gini index with respect to target variable and the corresponding CGPA. The CGPA, we are having the different combinations are there. The first combination is greater than or equal to 9 and greater than or equal to 8. This is one subset, and less than 8 is one subset. Okay, here if we combine these two elements, the total number of elements are equal to the total number of elements are 8, and here the total number of elements are 2. Okay, now for that one we are going to find out the Gini index. So that is equal to 1 minus the total number of yes, the total number of yes for the greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8 are 7 out of the total number of elements are 8. So that means 1 minus 7 by 8 whole square minus how many no's are there? Only one no is there. Okay, 1 by 8 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.7806 equal to 0.2194. Okay, now we are going to find out the other variable, that is a Gini index of target variable with respect to CGPA that belongs to less than 8, that is equal to 1 minus, here we are having the total number of elements are 2. Out of 2 elements, 0 elements are belonging to yes by 0 by 2 whole square minus 2 by, these are no, these are yes. Okay, 1 minus 0 by 2 whole square minus 2 by 2 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So like that we are going to find out the Gini index of corresponding element, that is less than 8. Now we are going to find out the combination of splitting variables. Okay, this is the called as a major variable. Okay, Gini index of target variable with respect to CGPA equal to, okay, that means mod of S1 by mod T into Gini index of mod S1 sorry S1, okay, S1 plus mod S2 by mod T into Gini of S2. Okay, here we are applying the same concept. So we are having the two subsets, that is Gini index of target variable CGPA that belongs to one subset. Okay, that is greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8, less than 8. Okay, that is one subset. That is a left subset as the S1 and this is a right subset S2 equal to, okay, mod S1 nothing but the number of elements in the first subset, that is equal to 8. 8 by the total number of elements in the entire data set equal to 10. 8 by 10 into the Gini index of subset 1. So we are already find out that one value 0.2194 plus the total number of elements in the subset 2. The total number of elements in the subset equal to 2 by 10 into the Gini index of corresponding subset 2, that is equal to 0. Okay, so that is equal to, if you compute all the things, we get the 0.17553. Okay, then we are going to find out the other things. Okay, other combinations of the CGPA. So here we are having the other combination in mathematics. Greater than equal to 9 and less than 8 is one combination. Okay, so here the number of elements are belonging to okay, the number of elements belonging to this subset equal to total 6 elements are there. 3 plus 1 4 plus 2, that is equal to total number of elements are 6, and out of 6 elements we are having the 3 yes are there and 3 no's are there. Okay, that is equal to 1 minus 3 by 6 whole square. These are yes and these are the no. Okay, 1 minus 3 by 6 whole square minus 3 by 6 whole square. So that is equal to 1 minus 0.5. That is equal to 0.5. So the Gini index of the with respect to greater than equal to 9 and less than 8 is 0.5. And then we also find out the corresponding Gini index with respect to target variable CGPA belongs to greater than equal to 8. So here the number of elements in the greater than equal to 8 are 4. So that is equal, out of 4 elements all are belonging to yes only and 0 belongs to no. So that is equal to 1 minus 4 by 4 whole square minus 0 by 4 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So we are finding the each subset Gini index values. Now we are going to combine all the values. So Gini index of target variable CGPA with respect to greater than equal to 9 and less than 8 one subset. This is the S1 and S2 is nothing but this one. So here the first subset elements are 6. The first subset number of subset in the subset means the S1 equal to 6 by the total number of elements in the entire data set equal to 10 into the Gini index of subset 1 equal to 0.5 plus the total number of elements in the subset 2 4 by the total number of elements in the entire data set equal to 10 into the Gini index of subset 2 equal to 0. Okay. So the if you compute all the values, we get the output as a 0.3. Now we are going to find out the other category, other combination. So that is greater than or equal to 8 and less than 8 is one combination. Here the number of elements are 6 elements are there. Out of 6 elements, 4 are yes and 2 are no. So we are finding the Gini index of target variable with respect to CGPA belongs to greater than or equal to 8 and less than 8 equal to 1 minus 4 by 6. The number of elements in the elements are 6 and how many are yes? 4 are yes. 4 are yes and 2 are no. Okay, that means 1 minus 4 by 6 whole square minus 2 by 6 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.55, that is equal to 0.445. Now we are going to find out the Gini index of with respect to other subcategory. Okay, so Gini index of target variable with respect to CGPA belongs to greater than equal to 9. That is equal to, here we are having the 4 elements are there. Out of 4 elements, 3 elements are belonging to yes class and 1 element belonging to no class. That is equal to 1 minus 3 by 4 whole square minus 1 by 4 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.625 equal to, that is equal to 0.375. Now we are computing the Gini index with respect to target variable and CGPA belonging to subset 1. This is subset 1 and this is a subset 2. Okay, here the subset 1 belongs to greater than equal to 8 and less than 8, and subset 2 belongs to greater than equal to 9. So here the subset 1 contains the total number of in the subset elements 6 by 10, the total number of elements 10 into the Gini index of first subset equal to 0.445 plus, and the second subset elements are the number of subset second elements are 4, okay, by the total number of elements are 10 into the subset the Gini index of second subset equal to 0.375, okay, 0.375, that is equal to 0.17. Now we are finding all the different possibilities. Now compute the Gini index for the each attribute and each subset of the corresponding attributes. Okay, so here we are having the CGPA. These are the different categories are there. Okay, greater than equal to 9, greater than equal to 8, and less than 8. So based on this information, we are finding the different subsets. Okay, this is the one subset, and that is greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8, and this is one category subset 1, and this is a subset 2. Okay, and less than 8, and greater than equal to 9 and less than 8 one subset, and greater than equal to 8 is one subset, greater than equal to 8, less than 8 one subset, and greater than equal to 9 is one subset. Based on these different categories, we are finding the different Gini index values, so 0.1755, 0.3, 0.417. So among all these four Gini indexes, three Gini indexes, out of all these three Gini indexes, 0.1755 is the lowest value. So this is the best splitting of the given given category, like that is a CGPA. Now choose the best splitting subset which has the minimum Gini index for the given attribute. Now we are going to compute the delta Gini or best splitting subset of that attribute. That is equal to delta Gini of CGPA. Okay, we are going to find out the delta Gini of CGPA. That is equal to Gini of target variable minus Gini of target variable with respect to CGPA. So here we are identifying the splitting condition. Okay, that is a greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8 is a 8 one sub on the left subset, and right subset is less than 8. Okay, this is done with the help of the minimum value of corresponding Gini index value. Okay, that is equal to we find out the Gini of target variable, that is equal to 0.42 minus the Gini of target variable with respect to CGPA minimum value, that is equal to 0.1755. So now we are going to find the delta Gini equal to with respect to CGPA equal to 0.2445. Now like that we are finding the delta Gini value. Okay, now repeat the same process for the remaining attributes in the data set, such as for the interactiveness, practical knowledge, and communication skills. Now here we are having the next thing is interactiveness. Okay, in the interactiveness it contains yes and no. There two attributes are there. Okay, two attributes are there. For this, we are going to find out the delta Gini value. Now here in the interactiveness it contains yes and no's are there. Two classes are there, and out of these two, okay, the number of if interactiveness is yes, the number of job offers are yes are 5, and the number of job offers are no equal to 1. And the if the interactive is no, then the number of job offers are 2, and the number of job offers no are 2. Okay, the total number of elements are 7 plus 3, that is equal to 10. So out of 7 are belonging to yes and 3 are belonging to no class. Now for this interactiveness, we are going to find out the delta Gini value. Okay, so here Gini index of target variable with respect to interactiveness belonging to s equal to 1 minus the number of s, if it is s now. So here the number of s are belonging to 5 by the total number of elements are in the corresponding interactiveness is equal to 6. Out of 6, 5 are belonging to yes and 1 are belonging to no. So that is equal to 1 by 5 by 6 whole square minus 1 by 6 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.72, that is equal to 0.28. Then we are going to find out the Gini index with respect to target variable interactiveness belongs to no, that is equal to 1 minus the number of elements in the entire no class, no interactiveness is 4. Okay, out of 4, 2 are belonging to yes and 2 are belonging to no. So that is equal to 1 minus 2 by 4 whole square minus 2 by 4 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.5, that is equal to 0.5. Now we are going to find out the Gini index for the corresponding target variable with respect to interactiveness belonging to yes or no equal to. So the subset 1 equal to, here the subset 1 is yes and the second subset equal to no. Okay. Now in the first subset, the total number of elements in the first subset equal to 6 by the total number of elements in the entire subset equal, entire data set equal to 10. 6 by 10 into the Gini index of the first subset equal to 0.28 and plus the total number of elements in the second subset equal to 4 by the total number of elements in the entire subset, entire data set equal to 10 into the subset 2. Okay, Gini index of subset 2 equal to 0.5. That is equal to 0.168 plus 0.2, that is equal to 0.368. Now the delta Gini interactiveness are equal to Gini index of target variable minus Gini index of target variable with respect to interactiveness equal to the Gini index of target variable 0.42 minus, okay, here the Gini interactiveness equal to 0.368, that is equal to 0.052. So we are finding out the corresponding delta Gini with respect to interactiveness. Now we are going to find out the other category, that is practical knowledge. Okay, here the practical knowledge contains different sub categories are there, like very good, good and average. Now we have to once again find out the Gini index for each and every attribute. Okay, so here the possibilities are very good. The very good contains 2 yes are there and 0 no's are there. For the practical knowledge good, okay, 4 yes are there, 1 no's are there, and the average, for the average 1 yes is there and 2 no's are there. Now based on this information, the possible things are okay, very good and average, one combination is there. Okay, for this we are going to find out the delta Gini value, Gini index of target variable practical knowledge is very good and good. So here the total number of elements are belonging to this subset equal to 7 elements are there. Out of 7 elements, 6 elements are belonging to yes and 1 element are belonging to no class. That is equal to 1 minus 6 by 7 whole square minus 1 by 7 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.7544. That is equal to 0.2456. Now we are going to find out the delta Gini with respect to target variable and practical knowledge belongs to average. So that is equal to, here we are having the 3 elements are there. These 3 elements are, okay, 1 element belonging to yes and 2 elements are belonging to no. That is equal to 1 minus 1 by 3 whole square minus 2 by 3 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.55. That is equal to 0.445. Now we are going to find out that this is the subset 1 and this is the subset 1 and this is the subset 2. Okay. Now here we are going to find out the delta Gini index of target variable with respect to practical energy subset 1. This is the subset 1 and subset 2 okay, equal to mod of S1 by mod of T into Gini index of S1 plus mod of S2 by mod of T into Gini index of S2. That is equal to 7 by 10 into 0.2456 plus 3 by 10 into 0.445. That is equal to 0.3054. So like that we are finding the Gini index of target variable with respect to practical energy, very good and good on one subset and other subset equal to average. Now we are going to find out the other subset. Okay. So here the good and average is one subset and very good is one other subset. This is a S1 and this is a S2. Now we are going to use the number of elements in this subset equal to, okay, 8 elements are there. Out of 8 elements, 5 are belonging to yes and 3 are belonging to no. Okay, and here so here Gini index of target variable with respect to practical energy belonging to good and average equal to 1 minus 5 by 8 whole square minus 3 by 8 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.5312 equal to 4, 6, 8, 8. Now we are going to find out the other subset. So Gini index of target variable with respect to practical knowledge belonging to very good. So here we are having the two elements are there. We are having the total number of elements are 2. Out of 2 are belonging to yes and 0 belonging to no. So that is equal to 1 minus 2 by 2 whole square minus 0 by 2 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Now we are going to find out the Gini index of target variable with respect to subset 1 and subset 2. So subset 1 nothing but a good and average, subset 2 equal to very good. Okay. So mod of S1 into, mod of S1 by mod of T into Gini index of S1 plus mod of S2 by mod of T into Gini index of S2. So that is equal to 8 by 10 into 0.4688 plus 2 by 10 into 0. That is equal to 0.3750. Now we are going to find out the other category, that is the other possibilities. Now this is very good and average is one subset and good is a other subset S2. S1 is a very good and average. S2 nothing but a good. Okay. So Gini index of a target variable with respect to practical knowledge, very good and average, that is one subset 1 equal to, here the number of elements in the subset 1 are 5 elements are there. Out of 5 elements, 3 are belonging to yes and 2 are belonging to no classes. That is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5 whole square minus 2 by 5 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.52. That is equal to 0.48. Now, Gini index of target variable with respect to practical knowledge and it belongs to subset 2. So that is the subset 2 element contains 5 elements are there. Out of 5 elements, 4 are belong to yes and 1 are belong to no. So that is equal to 1 minus 4 by 5 whole square minus 1 by 5 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.68. That is equal to 0.32. Now we are finding the Gini index of target variable with respect to practical knowledge with respect to subset 1 and subset 2. Subset 1 is nothing but very good and good was one subset, and subset 2 equal to average. So that is equal to 5 by 10 into 0.48 plus 5 by 10 into 0.32. So that is equal to 0.40. Like that we are finding the Gini index value. Now we are finding all the possibilities here. This is a subset 1 and a subset 2. Okay. So here there are 3 different possibilities are there. For each and every possibility, corresponding Gini index equal to 0.3054, 0.40, 0.3750. Out of all the 3 Gini index value, 0.3054 is the smallest value. Now that become the best fitting value. So that means if practical knowledge is there, that can be split in the 2 parts, like very good, and good is one subset, and that is S1, and subset 2 equal to average. Okay, that is equal to average. Like this we are going to split the data into 2 parts. Now we are finding the delta Gini value of with respect to practical knowledge equal to Gini of a target variable minus Gini of a target variable with respect to minimum Gini index value of practical knowledge, that is equal to 0.42 minus the minimum value here is 0.3054, that is equal to 0.1146. Okay, now we are going to check the find out the other category, that is communication skills. Now the communication skills contains different categories. Here the communication skills contains good, moderate and poor. Okay, good and moderate, poor. So here the good contains 4 yes are there, 1 no is there. For the moderate, 3 yes are there and 0 no's are there. For the poor, 0 yes are there and 2 no's are there. So totally we are having the 7 yes and 3 no's are there. Total 10 instances are there. Okay. Now here we are finding the first subset, that is subset 1 S1 equal to good and moderate. For this we are going to find out the Gini index value. Gini index of a target variable with respect to communication skills belonging to good or moderate equal to, so here the number of elements in this subset equal to 8. Out of 8 elements, 7 are belonging to yes and 1 are belonging to no class. That is equal to 1 minus 7 by 8 whole square minus 1 by 8 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.7806, that is equal to 0.2194. Now we are going to find out the other subset 1, subset 2, S2. So this is for the S1 and this is for the S2. Okay. Now Gini index of target variable with respect to communication skills belongs to poor equal to 1 minus, here it contains the total number of elements are 2 only. Out of 2 are belongs to no only. 0 belongs to yes. So that's why equal to 1 minus 0 by 2 whole square minus 2 by 2 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Now we are going to find out the Gini index of a target variable with respect to communication skills that are belonging to subset 1 and subset 2. Subset 1 is nothing but a good and moderate, subset 2 nothing but a poor. So here subset 1 contains 8 elements are there, subset 2 contains 2 elements are there. So already we found out the Gini index of subset 1 and Gini index of subset 2. So that is equal to 8 by 10 into 0.2194 plus 2 by 10 into 0, that is equal to 0.1755. Now once again we are finding the other group, so the other subset. So good and poor belonging to subset 1 and the moderate is belonging to subset 2. So here the good and moderate, good and poor belongs to contains the 7 elements are there. Out of 7 elements 4 are belonging to yes and 3 are belonging to no classes. So that is equal to 1 minus 4 by 7 whole square minus 3 by 7 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.5101, that is equal to 0.489. So this is the Gini index for the subset 1. Now we are going to find the subset 2. Okay, the subset 2 equal to moderate. So Gini index of target variable with respect to communication skills belongs to moderate equal to, here the moderator contains 3, total number of elements are 3. Out of 3 are belonging to yes class and 0 belonging to no class. That's why that is equal to 1 minus 3 by 3 whole square minus 0 by 3 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So we are finding the Gini value. Now Gini of a target variable with respect to communication skills belongs to subset 1 and subset 2. So subset 1 contains 7 elements are there, subset 2 contains 3 elements are there. The Gini index of subset 1 equal to 0.4899, Gini index of S2 equal to 0. So that is equal to 7 by 10 into 0.4899 plus 3 by 10 into 0, that is equal to 0.3429. Now we are going to find out the other categories, other possibilities. Now moderate and poor are belonging to subset 1 and good is belonging to subset 2. Okay, so Gini index of a target variable with respect to communication skills, the subset 1 contains moderate and poor. Here it contains the total number of elements in this subset contains 5 elements are there. Out of 5 elements 3 are yes and 2 are no. So that is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5 whole square minus 2 by 5 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.52, that is equal to 0.48. Now we are finding the Gini index for the target variable with respect to communication skills belongs to good, that is S2 equal to, here it contains the total 5 elements are there. Out of 5 elements 4 are yes and 1 is no. So that is equal to 1 minus 4 by 5 whole square minus 1 by 5 whole square, that is equal to 1 minus 0.68, that is equal to 0.32. Now we are finding the Gini index of target variable with respect to communication skills belongs to subset 1 and subset 2, that is moderate and poor are belonging to subset 1, good is belonging to subset 2. So the subset 1 contains 5 elements are there and subset 2 contains 5 elements are there. Already we find out the Gini index of subset 1 and Gini index of subset 2. So based on this information, we are finding the mod of S1 by mod of T into Gini of S1 plus mod of S2 by mod of T into Gini of S2. Okay. Now substitute these values in our equation. 5 by 10 into 0.48 in plus 5 by 10 into 0.32, that is equal to 0.40. Now we find out the Gini index for all the possibilities. Here this is the subset 1 subset 1, they are the subset 2. Okay, here after finding all the possible subset, possible subset to Gini Index values, so here 0.1755 is the smallest value compared to all the three possibilities. So the communication skills is going to be communication skills. Okay, communication skills going to be split into two categories by subset 1 and subset 2. Here the good and moderate is one subset, one class, and poor is becomes other class. Okay, like that we are going to split the data into two parts. Now we are finding the delta Gini value of a communication skills equal to Gini of a target variable minus Gini of a target variable with respect to communication skills. Here the communication skills value is in the lowest value. So that is a 0.42 minus 0.175. That is equal to 0.2445. So like that we are finding all the delta Gini values and corresponding Gini values. Okay, here we are having the CGPA, interactiveness, practical knowledge, and communication skills are there. So corresponding to Gini lowest Gini index values 0.1755, 0.368, 0.3054, 0.1755. The corresponding delta Gini value equal to 0.2445, 0.052, 0.1146, 0.2445. So here our aim is we have to find out the root node. Okay, so among all the possibilities, which is become the root node, that is our aim. So for the given attribute which is having the highest delta Gini value, then that becomes the root node here. So here the 0.2445 and 0.245, that is a CGPA and communication skills having the highest delta Gini value. So we can select the CGPA as a root node or communication skills as a root node. Like that we are finding the root node based on the delta Gini value. So here the subset CGPA, okay, that is greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8, and this is a subset 1, and subset 2 is S2. Okay, now this is the best splitting the subset 2. Okay, now here that means out of all the attributes, so that is CGPA is selecting as a root node, and also we are going to split the data into two parts with the help of subset 1 and subset 2. Subset 1 contains based on the greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8 is one subset, and less than 8 is a one subset. Okay, like that we are going to construct the decision tree. Okay, with the help of the delta Gini value. So the delta Gini value is used to find out the selecting the root node. Okay, among all the attributes. Now here the CGPA is less than greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to is one subset, and less than 8 is all one subset. If CGPA is less than 8, all are belonging to job offers or no. So there is no further splitting here. Okay, but whereas here if you go for the left subtree, okay, and some elements are belonging to yes class and some elements are belonging to no class. Now once again we are going to apply same process to further split the data into two parts. Okay, now here out of all the remaining elements, okay, except the CGPA is less than 8, all are become the new data set. Okay, now we are going to find out the same process, repeat to further splitting process. Okay, Gini index of Gini index of target variable equal to 1 minus sigma of I equal to 1 to m probability of corresponding class level okay, PA squared. So that is equal to Gini index of the target variable. Here we are going to find out the target variable. So here the number of instances are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So out of 8 elements, 7 are belonging to yes and 1 is belonging to no class. So Gini index of a target variable equal to 1 minus 7 by 8 whole square minus 1 by 8 whole square. That is equal to 1 minus 0.766 minus 0.0156. That is equal to Gini index of target variable equal to 0.2184. Now we are going to find out the same process. We have to apply for the same process for the interactiveness and practical knowledge and communication skills. Here we are having the 4 features are there, but the CGPA is already acting as a root node, okay, and we are going to apply the same process for the remaining attributes, so like interactiveness, practical knowledge, and communication skills. So we are going to select the interactiveness. Now interactiveness contains total number of elements are eight elements are there. Out of 8 elements, okay, out of 8 elements, okay, the S class contains 5 elements are there, and 0 offers are no, okay, zeros are there, 0 no's are there, and 2 S are there for the interactiveness no, and 1 is yes is there, 1 is no is there for the interactiveness no. So here interactiveness contains yes and no. Now for this we are going to find out the Gini index of a target variable. Interactiveness belongs to yes, that is equal to 1 minus 5 by 5 whole square. So here this is a subset 1 and this is a subset 2. Here the subset 1 contains 5 elements are there, and the subset 2 contains 3 elements are there. The 5 subset 1 S contains all are belong to yes and 0 belong to no, and subset 2 contains 2 are belong to yes and 1 are belong to no. So that is equal to, for the subset S1, okay, that is equal to yes equal to 1 minus the all are belonging to yes only, okay, that is equal to 1 minus 5 by 5 whole square minus 0 by 5 whole square. So that is equal to 1 minus 1 equal to 0. Now Gini index of a target variable with respect to interactiveness belongs to no, that is a subset 2. So that is equal to, here we are having the 3 elements are there. Out of 3 elements, 2 are belong to yes and 1 are belonging to no. So that is equal to 1 minus 2 by 3 whole square minus 1 by 3 whole square. So that is equal to 1 minus 0.44 minus 0.11, that is equal to 0.449. Now we are finding the Gini index of a target variable with respect to interactiveness belonging to subset 1 and subset 2 equal to, so here the subset 1 contains 7 elements and subset 2 contains 1 element. The Gini index of subset 1 equal to 0, the Gini index of subset 2 equal to 0.449, that is equal to 7 by 8 into 0 plus 1 by 8 into 0.449, that is equal to 0.056. Now we are going to find out the delta Gini value. So here the delta Gini of interactiveness equal to Gini of target variable minus Gini of a target variable with respect to interactiveness equal to 0.2184 minus 0.056 equal to 0.1624. Now we are going to find out the other things, other attribute, that is equal to practical knowledge. The practical knowledge is very here we are having the different possibilities are there, subset 1 and the subset 2, okay. Like that we will find the different possibilities of the practical knowledge, very good and good, and the average. For that the Gini index equal to 0.125, for very good and average the corresponding good, okay, the Gini index equal to 0.1875, and very good and average on subset and very good is a other subset. So for that the Gini index equal to 0.2085. Now among all these things the lowest value equal to 0.125. So the corresponding is the lowest value, okay. So which is having the best splitting algorithm, okay, best splitting the corresponding attribute. So here the delta Gini of practical knowledge equal to Gini of target variable minus Gini of target variable with respect to practical knowledge. The practical knowledge is having the value of 0.125, that is the lowest value. So that means if it is a root node or practical knowledge, okay, as a root node, if you select that one as a root node, then the splitting best splitting condition is very good and good is on the other side, that is subset 1, and subset 2 equal to average, okay, average. Like that we are going to split the data into 2 parts. So here the delta Gini value equal to 0.0934. Now like that we are finding the Gini index for the subsets of communication skills, okay. So here we are having the 3 possibilities are there, subset 1 and subset 2, good and moderate one subset, and poor is one subset, good and poor is one subset, and moderate is one subset, and moderate and poor is one subset, and good is one subset. So here out of all the things, okay, the 0 is the lowest value, the 0 is the lowest value. So based on the 0 lowest value, that means if it is a root node or subset, okay, that can be split into 2 parts like communication skills communication skills. Okay, communication skills. This is a root node or sub intermediate node. You can split into two parts like good or moderate is one subset, and poor is a one subset. Like that, we're going to split the data based on the minimum Gini index value, based on the Gini index value. So here delta Gini of communication skills equal to Gini of target variable minus Gini of target variable with respect to communication skills equal to 0.2184 minus the minimum lowest value equal is 0. So that is equal to 0.2184. Now based on this information, we are having the different types of delta Ginis and Gini index values for the different attributes. Okay. Now for the interactiveness, the Gini index equal to 0.56 and corresponding delta Gini equal to 0.1624, practical analogy 0.125 and delta Gini equal to 0.09 and 0.0934. And communication skills, the delta Gini value equal to 0 and the delta Gini value equal to 0.2184. Out of all these delta Gini values, here the communication skills having the highest delta Gini value. So that become the next root, next intermediate level node. Okay. So here after completion of CGPA, we are going to check the communication skills as a root node. Okay, intermediate node. Based on that intermediate node, once again we are going to split the data into two parts. Okay, here the splitting algorithm is 0. So here the Gini index contains 0 value, and the corresponding splitting condition is good and moderate is on left side and poor on the right side. So here we are selecting the communication skills as a next level of the node. So here after CGPA, the CGPA divided into two parts with respect to greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8 one subset, and less than equal to less than 8 is one subset. So here all are belonging to, if the less than CGPA is less than 8, all are belonging to no only, no class only. Then after that, if the CGPA is greater than equal to 9 and greater than equal to 8, then we are going to check the other condition, that is communication skills. If the communication skills are good and moderate, all are becomes job offers are belonging to yes. If it is the no, if the communication skills are poor, then we are going to get the job offer equal to no. Like that, we are going to construct the decision tree. Okay. So this is about the CART algorithm. Okay, with the example. So for the given data set, we are going to construct the decision tree. Thank you for watching our video. If you like the video, please subscribe my channel.